So today I wanted to share a breathwork technique. This is also called pranayama technique, and pranayama is a Sanskrit word. So if you break it down, prana is another word for your breath or life force energy. It's the energy that flows through our body. And what we do was we learn how to kind of stretch that breath to make it longer or work with it in ways that have different effects on our mental, energetic, physical well-being. So this particular technique is called Nadi Shodhana. It's also known as alternate nostril breathing. And essentially what it is you're breathing in through one nostril and then out through the other, and then back up and out. And the idea is to really start to stretch and lengthen each inhalation and kind of find that little pause at the top where you can retain it and then create a nice steady long breath out through the other side. A little bit of holding at the end of that exhale and then back up, hold, back out. And you can find your own rhythm with this. Doesn't really, you can play with it. There's no right or wrong way to breathe in, breathe out, but that's the goal. And what it does is it balances both hemispheres of your brain. It totally brings things back into equilibrium. It's very grounding, a great breath if you're feeling really anxious or just, want to center yourself and calm. It's very calming. So there's a couple of techniques that I've used over the years that kind of work for this, and I'm going to show you both and you can find which one works for you. I think traditionally what we do is we use the thumb and the ring finger, and you can either place your pointer and your middle finger at the third eye, and then your thumb would serve to close off one side, and then your ring finger would serve to close off the other. And this is kind of a centering, bringing this awareness to your third eye has a nice way to kind of focus the energy, that internal gaze. So that's nice. Or you can close those into your fist and just like so. Don't mind my kitty. The other option that one of my teachers showed me once, which I really like, and this is kind of a nice one, especially if you tend to have sort of a blocked off nasal cavity. Sidebar, nasal breathing. I don't know if you guys watch or listen to podcasts, but there's a Joe Rogan podcast with James Nestor, and he talks about the power of breathing and this the difference between breathing through your mouth and breathing through your nose, and how much more valuable it is to breathe through your nose and to really dedicate sort of this, because for some of us it's pretty hard. It's sometimes one is blocked off or both are blocked off. If you have nasal congestion, it's hard to breathe through our nose, but there's so many benefits to it. So if you can kind of dedicate time to practicing and just sitting with it, then those airways actually start to open up and it changes your nasal cavity, which I think is so cool. So anyway, this technique is sort of nice if you do tend to have any nasal pressure, because essentially what you're doing is the bridge of your nose, I believe it's called the septum, you're sort of pinching at the base of that and creating a little bit of a valve. And if you've ever pinched the bridge of your nose and pulled up, you'll notice that it kind of helps open up the airways. So you're kind of doing that a little bit with this. So any finger's fine. Your thumb, pinch it off whatever way you want. But again, you're at the base of the bridge, right where the bone meets cartilage. And as you kind of pinch, you can pull up a little bit there. But think about if you were to let air out of a balloon slowly and you're kind of pinching off the base of a balloon, that's sort of what's going on in this technique, no matter which way you do it. But this way feels a little bit more closer to that feeling of pinching off a balloon. Because what you're doing is as you press down on one nostril, you're essentially pulling up a little bit on the other side. So it's like a little joop, joop, joop move. I don't know if you can see that, but pinching pinching, pressing down on one side, pulling up on the other, and then you'd switch. And just that little maneuver of pushing up and pulling down kind of creates this little valve, which may make it a little bit easier for you to breathe in and out through both sides. So we'll start this together. I'll guide it, and then I'll leave some time open for you to just kind of play with it and find your own rhythm. So find a comfy seat. If you're practicing it now, or if you want to kind of hold on to this for future reference, seated posture is a nice way to start. And just take a few moments, a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, just to settle, to ground. You're welcome to close your eyes. Just take a moment to feel the weight of your body dropping heavier into the surface beneath you. Just noticing your natural breath for a moment, not needing to change anything. Notice how it feels to take a breath in through your nostrils. Maybe breathe back out through your nostrils. Starting to slow down a little bit. And then when you're ready, find your hand positioning here, whichever one kind of serves you best. And take a full breath in through both sides, both nostrils, sitting up nice and tall. Just notice the natural inhalation, and when you get to the top of the breath, hold it for just a little bit, just a pause. And once again, breathe out through both sides. One more time, take a deep breath in. Little pause at the top. This time, as you exhale, close off your left side and let that breath out through your right. Find the bottom of the exhale, then slowly breathe back in through your right nostril, sitting up tall. Feel the energy rise. Find that little pause at the top where you're retaining your breath, and then switch it. Close off the right, open the left, exhale through the right, or through the left, sorry. Find the end of the breath. Inhale, left side. Pausing, retain, switch, exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. And keep it flowing. Take a few more rounds on your own. Feel free to slow it down, speed it up. Find your own rhythm. And drop into it. You can keep going for as long as you'd like. You'll want to finish with an exhale out through the left nostril. So whenever you're ready to complete, close off with an exhale out through the left side. And then release your hands down into your lap, on your legs, and stay there for a moment to take a few steady, natural breaths in and out through both sides. Noticing how you feel. If anything has shifted, bringing palms together in front of the heart. We'll take a deep breath in together. Big exhale through the mouth. Gently bowing head to heart. Namaste.